Video is designed to show how to make poor kids grilled cheese, meaning one piece of bread with the cheese burnt, not burnt to smithereens, but burnt a little. And here's how I do it. I take the pan, I take the bread, I use real butter, not margarine, not anything else. Put a little tiny bit of butter in the pan. And then I put the bread on as so. And there you get, the bread is cooking up right there. Then you take exactly 1.5. That's a half. And a 1. And 1 of a, preferably Land O'Lakes American cheese yellow. And you put it on. You let that cook for a second. Don't let it burn. The Land O'Lakes cheese should be sliced between regular and thin, and not staggered one on top of another. And preferably Land O'Lakes is the best cheese you can buy. It tastes kind of like the Reagan government era cheese that they were giving out for free when we was kids. It is great cheese. As you can see, if I can get this lifted up here. From Walmart. And this is Land O'Lakes brand. Back to over here. So, you take this and you check the bread underneath. Make sure it doesn't burn. And not burn, it's perfectly crisp on the bottom. Then, you kind of take another little bit of butter. In the pan. This is poor kids grilled cheese. I learned how to make this in the 1970s when there wasn't much of anything. Not much bread, not much of nothing. You take a little bit of cooking spray, butter flavored, spray that down, and you put it there. Now the cheese is cooking. And you let it sit for a second. You can, at this point, turn the stove off.
Hey, mommy. That sucks. I love you too, bro. Jesse, Sonia, mommy. Love you guys.
And
good night. I'm in bed. Gotta work tomorrow.
You let it toast for a little while, as so. And the finished product will look like this. And believe me, it is delicious. It is toasted on the top. It's not really burnt. See the back of it? Nice and crisp with butter. Great snack to give the grandkids or the little ones. And just let it sit there for a second. Now you can take it off of the flame and let the cheese cook a little bit. You don't want to leave it on the stove too long because it'll burn. So you don't, the object is not to have it crisp black, like a dark brownish color. And the cheese tastes toasty. There's still melted cheese underneath. The bread is toasty, and it just tastes wonderful. This is poor kids grilled cheese. Learn how to make it under hard circumstances in the 1970s when the Bronx was burning and there wasn't much of anything. If you want to know more about the Bronx burning and how bad it was at that time, just Google South Bronx in the 1970s and you'll see what I'm talking about. But harsh circumstances call for harsh times call for harsh circumstances. So these little things you learn, you keep within your heart. You can put it back on the fire a little bit longer so that when you scrape it, the cheese won't scrape all up and get gooey, but it'll stay pretty much kind of like as flat as can be, just like here. All right. That's one segment from Ruben's Kitchen. Catch you guys later. See ya.